Yay, marshmallows. What's up, everyone? How you doing? Um, so today is a little update on day 4. Um, Yesterday I woke up and I had like a bunch of spasms, twitches and stuff. Usually a sign of electrolyte imbalance. Today I didn't have any of that. Um, I feel mostly good. I still feel fine. I have a very even keel energy. I'm going to be updating the name also. Cole was like, it's sugar fasting. It's not a sugar diet. It's sugar fasting. I'm like, yeah, okay. All right. So I'm updating the name to sugar fasting. So let's get it right, guys. It's a sugar fast. So we're consuming only sugar slash carbs, except for starches. So, yeah, it's a sugar fast. Fasting from protein and fats. I feel good. Energy's even keel. The weird thing is, Cole's talking about like eating in a surplus, and lately I've just been really active, really busy, and I'm just not feeling super hungry at times. I'm just living my life, and then, you know, so I'm trying to get the calories in where I can. Um, yeah, my weight though is still stable, and I'm thinking it's even though I'm not consuming a lot of sodium, I think it's just the sodium, and I wonder about that because I sweat a lot. And I was at the gym today. I was at the gym and I did my deadlift day and did some rows. I did bent over row and also actually the rowing machine a bit. I sweat like buckets when I'm working out, and then I'm playing pickleball like 3 to 5 times a week, sweating a ton there, and it's sunny outside, so they're sweating even more with the sun. Tonight I got invited to play dodgeball somewhere. I haven't played like dodgeball since I was a kid, so I went out there, played some dodgeball, had some fun. Um, yeah, last time I consumed something was maybe around 4:30, 5 o'clock. I had some apple juice, maybe like 12 ounces of apple juice, and that was it. My lunch was relatively small too. Canned pears and a couple pieces of fruit, and yeah, I mean, I'm not eating like insane, but I'm also, I feel fine. I got tons of energy, so I'm not gonna like force feed if I don't feel like I need it. But um, one thing that I realized though is that I don't actually like sweets as much as I thought I did, which is crazy because I love fruit. I love eating fruit, and the juice is nice. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, it's really nice having juice again because it's just it's very hydrating and tasty, and I really enjoy it. Um, but all in all, when everything you consume is sugar, I don't know. I've tried some like candies that I've not eaten in a long time, and I'm just not impressed. They just lack a lot of flavor. They're just sweet. It's just sweet, and I guess I like I think my palate's gotten a little more refined over the past few years because like all this home cooking and all this other stuff. You go out and you buy a meal at a restaurant or something, or you go to the grocery store and it's just like it's like I just paid like twice as much and it doesn't taste half as good. So my wife and I both we hardly go out to eat, and it's not it's really because it just doesn't usually taste as good, and sometimes they put weird ingredients in there like MSG. Last time we ate at this nice like what was it? It was like some Korean restaurant or something, and we both could not sleep all night. And it was lunchtime. We ate this like big lunch, and they put so much MSG in that stuff. It's an excitotoxin. Um, so there was so much energy I had from that. Like my brain was just like it was not resting, and we tossed and turned for pretty much the whole night. And so, long story short, I like to avoid that stuff. But yeah, getting back on track, sugar is it's I mean it's easy to get in because when you're out and about, it's easy to stop in a gas station, grab a soda, grab some candy and whatnot. But all in all, I don't actually enjoy that. I really find myself missing eggs. Eggs are one of my staples. I drink raw milk. I'm missing my raw milk. I miss my beef, things like that. Um, but I also see the value in doing an experiment like this. I don't think that I needed to do a 7-day sugar fast, but I think it's important to squash diet dogma. You know, uh, put yourself outside of your comfort zone. Like I said in another video, I have tried many other diets, and why not try a high carb diet or a pure carb diet? I've tried high fat. Why not high carb? So, and I totally agree with everything Cole says about, being metabolically flexible. And he's right. I mean, if you look at these other countries, a lot of other countries where they have primarily carbohydrate consumption, and then they'll have meat a couple times a week. And they're not usually like omitting protein though on the day either. They're not like purely going. They're eating eggs usually, and they're drinking milk, and they're not like going this hardcore. Like they're actually seeking out only sugar. However, there is something that I would be interested in seeing studied. Which is just what happens to people long term when you omit fats and proteins. And we kind of know, but there's not actually really a lot of studies out there. So that's why we're here. We're testing it, right? We're the guinea pigs. Woo! Marshmallow. Look at that. Sticky. They're okay. I'm going to throw these on a fire or roast them over a fire here soon because, man, I was thinking, why not, as a part of a nice hot home-cooked meal on the sugar fast, eat a roasted marshmallow? Why not? But yeah, 4 days down, it really is easy. I mean, other than me missing the other foods, it's very simple. It's very easy. And it's cheap. I mean, you could go as cheap as literally buying a bag of the cheapest sugar that you could find on the store shelf. You could buy one of those 5-pound like little bags of sugar, and just throw that in water and drink it. That's all you need to do. You don't have to do anything else. It's recommended though. Cole's talking about making sure you have some fiber and whatnot. Helps your gut. Helps condition your gut. Helps keep your, microflora in your gut alive and active. Because if you go very long term and you cut out like all fiber and whatnot, you're going to interfere with your gut a little bit. So don't feel like you have to only drink sugar or only drink juice. Make sure you're eating some fruit too. Eat some fruit, whatnot. So yeah, that's my update. Hope you guys like it. Please like and subscribe, and also comment. I want to hear people's inputs. I've been getting some views, not a lot. I know I'm a small channel. I'm not taking off like some of these other guys out there, and that's okay. But I just want to hear back from everybody. I want to hear other people's opinions. I want to hear your experiences, because in a way it's kind of like a mass study we're all doing. We're all doing our own little study. So I just want to hear from other people, any input and whatnot. So, all right, till next time. Bye.